everyone, today I'm going to answer your question, how do you sleep with Meralgia Paresthetica? So remember, Meralgia Paresthetica is compression of the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve, and typically what you're going to get is you're going to get some burning, some stabbing, some really uncomfortable pain and sensation in the front and the outside of your leg. I have a video on exercises to do, some stretches and exercises to help relieve this, things that you can do at home. And then I also have another video where I demonstrate some of the soft tissue releases that I do here in the chiropractic office. But let's talk about sleeping first. So I'm going to show you 3 different positions that you can sleep in. I know some people are belly sleepers, some people sleep on their back, and some people sleep on their side. So I'm going to show you for each one of those positions what's the best way to make yourself comfortable at night. Let's go ahead and start with sleeping on your belly or your stomach. So I'm on the chiropractic table here, which obviously looks a little bit different than your bed. But when you lay on your belly, what you want to do is you want to position a pillow or 2 pillows, depending on what's comfortable for you, underneath your belly. So kind of find your pelvis right here and put the pillow right here around your belly button. So this is for your belly sleeper. You're gonna have your head turned here and your arms are probably gonna be down here. Some people like to be up here. But what you wanna do is you wanna try and get some angle here between your hips and your low back. So this really isn't enough for me. So I'm gonna use 2 pillows and put it right underneath my belly here. And if you look, it kind of pushes my butt back a little bit. And what that does is it relieves tension in this area where that nerve is getting compressed. So that's gonna help make it a little bit more comfortable for you. Now, the majority of people are side sleepers primarily, so let's talk about that. So let's say, for instance, my Meralgia Paresthetica is on the right side. You want to keep that hip up, so sleep on your left side, and vice versa. If the symptoms are on your left, then you want to sleep on your right. So my right side's going to be up here, and then take a pillow, and I'm probably going to have to fold this one. Bring your legs into this little kind of flex position here. Let me just raise this up a tiny bit. And get it here so that your top leg isn't hanging over a lot like this and resting on the bed. You want your pelvis just to be equal here. We have this nice angle in our hips, and what this does is it keeps from tensioning that inguinal area to produce symptoms. So this should be pretty comfortable for you. I'm gonna say that's probably the top position that you're gonna wanna try to sleep in. Now, if you like to sleep on your back, what we can do is we can take a pillow or 2, stack them right on top of each other, and then put them underneath our knees, our legs like this, and lay back. And you can see there, it creates that angle again here. So if you don't have the pillows underneath your knees, what's gonna happen is that your legs are gonna be flat here, and it just puts more tension in this area where the nerve is coming out. So that's 3 different ways that you can try and sleep more comfortably with Meralgia Paresthetica. There's a couple other things you can do. I always recommend doing your exercises, especially at night before you go to bed. Stretch it out, get some mobility in the area. I showed in the other video, I like to use the Hypervolt or whatever percussion tool you have here, just to kind of work these tissues here. It can make it a little bit more comfortable. So find your ASIS, that bony part of your pelvis, and then just nice and easy, work out here in the front and the outside of your hips, maybe for like 5 minutes. You know, don't beat it up too much because you don't want to irritate it, but a lot of people find that this will make it more comfortable for them. It sort of like wakes up the area, it changes the dynamics of the tissue, and just gets some blood flowing in there. Let me turn this off here quick. The other thing that you can do is use ice. So when I tell people to use ice or a cool pack, I only want them to use it for 15-20 minutes. So don't sleep with an ice pack right there in that area. Also, just make sure that you have a towel or something over it Here I could just put it right on top because I've got my scrubs on, and just use some ice to calm down some of that irritation for about 20 minutes. I would probably avoid using heat most of the time because that can be a little bit pro-inflammatory, but if it helps you, it's really not going to make your condition worse, so feel free to use heat if you really feel like it works for you. The other thing that we can use is some Biofreeze. This is sort of just going to kind of numb the area in there, just change the sensation and what it feels like in your brain. So if it's that burning, you might feel like, oh, if I can get something that makes it feel cool on there, it will relieve it a little bit. Biofreeze is really good for that. There's some other products out there that have menthol in them that can be helpful too. The last thing I want to talk about is using some K-tape. So I just have a strip here. I don't have any on, but I'll kind of show you here what you want to do. You want to find that ASIS, and then you want to go down here to your hip crease, and you can go ahead and put a strip right across your hip like that, and then you can have one that kind of comes down to where your symptoms get into in your thigh there, and put them both on. You can wear KT tape for 1 or 2 days, really however long it stays on, and that can really just like lift the tissues up and help with some of that compression and irritation that's going on there. Lastly, just make sure that you're not wearing any really tight shorts or anything around your waist at night. Maybe just sleeping in boxers or just sleeping in gym shorts that are nice and loose would be the best thing for you, because that's the #1 cause of Meralgia Paresthetica is compression around the waistband, especially with long periods of sitting or having a lot of stuff in your pockets. So I would recommend trying those things. That's how you can sleep comfortably with Meralgia Paresthetica. Make sure you check out at the end of this video the exercises and the soft tissue release that I have. Feel free to let me know if you have any more questions about this or anything else. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope it's helpful.